What is up, guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Crypto FUD, and let's jump right into this. BP, okay, I see you. You are first today. Oliver, what's going on, bro? Hope everybody's having a good week. What are we, Tuesday? We're already almost halfway through the week. We got some big things to cover, honestly. We got some big things to cover as far as what's going on tomorrow with the market, what to look forward to. Let's see here. Just posting the Discord in the chat. Let's see here. There we go. All right. So I just posted the Discord in the chat. I'm sure everybody's already in the Discord, but if anybody's looking for the link, we got it here. Let's see here. James, what's going on, brother? What's up, fam? Oliver said, "Good, doing good. Mary will be listed on Mexi soon. Nice." Pin this. Rosales, what's going on, brother? Gina, what's going on, girl? Get my tea ready and let's just jump right into this. So, I hope everybody had a great day today. It's Tuesday, nothing too crazy. Out there scalping for some good dips. I know I've been buying in. Been particularly eating up this dip for Milady. I told you guys I'm sticking to my plan. I'm gonna keep just buying and buying and buying right now, especially right now where we're hitting these nice little dips. What's going on with the market though? So Milady right now is sitting at around that 14 mark. She did break a pivotal spot that she was holding as some support right here at around the 14.2. Since then, probably about an hour or two ago, she did break it, breaking the trend line, but you know, you can see things that'll break the trend line and they'll jump right back up. So we'll see how it is right now. Right now, not a bad time, in my opinion, to be dollar cost averaging in. For Bitcoin right now is sitting at around 61,600. It's been one of these days today where it's just been kind of like really doing nothing. It's really been sitting around where it's been. You might be able to point out somewhat of a small bull flag that's playing out. We'll see how well this one plays out. You can see here for Bitcoin, kind of sloppy, but you guys can get the gist of a small little bull flag. But really, you can see Bitcoin right now is having trouble breaking that 61.6. It will briefly break it, and then it immediately comes right back down, falling back into the channel. And the reason is let's cover it right now. So tomorrow, I didn't even realize tomorrow. Is this tomorrow? The CPI comes out tomorrow. The freaking inflation, the numbers are going to come out tomorrow, and that's going to be a big deal, right? It's going to be a big deal because we had some bullish news in regards to the job reports that got dropped, I think last week or the week before. If we could possibly see somewhat of a good core inflation coming in tomorrow, just inflation in general coming down, some hot numbers, I think that we will be doing really well, and it could actually kickstart us into a nice little bullish run that we've been so desperately been waiting for, right? So tomorrow's forecast, you guys can see tomorrow's forecast is forecasted to be at around 3.6 for the core. We came in at 3.8 last time, so we'll see how this plays out tomorrow. If we can reach 3.6 or below, you're going to see a lot of a bullish move towards the markets, right? If we see anything like we saw last time where it's 3.7 or higher, we're going to see exactly what we saw last time, and it's going to be a very volatile time because it's probably going to be volatile up until tonight, tomorrow going into the meeting. But as far as tomorrow's meeting, if we get those numbers and they come out where they meet forecast level or they come below the forecasted prediction, like I said, we're going to see good reaction from the market. If we see higher, obviously we're going to see on top of that volatility that we're going to kind of see from the uncertainty. Once the numbers come out, we're most likely going to be seeing some negative for it too. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I thought it was on here, but Jerome Powell is supposed to speak, if not tomorrow, maybe sometime this week as well. So hopefully we get some good numbers, and we can basically just get this run back going. I don't think, even if the numbers come in, and let's say they beat expectations, I'm not expecting the markets to just absolutely run back up to 70,000+ immediately. But definitely could get us going in the right direction. We need a little bit of hopium back into the markets. We need a little bit more confidence into the markets, and that'll be our ticket there, because obviously, if you guys know, if we get those inflation numbers and they come down and they're lower, that means that we could possibly see these the Feds reducing interest rates a lot sooner than now what people are expecting towards the end of this year. A lot of people are now pushing for 2025, which that's the reason why we've been seeing a lot of bearishness on top of other things as well. So tomorrow is going to be a big day as far as trading. A lot of volatility. So if you guys are out doing your leverage trading, be very careful, because you guys know on CPI days, the markets, if you can take advantage of those swings, they'll be, you can make some good money. But one wrong move, you're going to get liquidated fast, because I'm having a feeling we're going to be seeing some up and downs running around like crazy. So let's see here. Crypto James said crab with dip today. Jay, what's going on? Red rum. Oh yeah, Jay, you're finally green, bro. I like it. It looks good on you. Adam Soldier, what's going on? Where's my crab with knife emoji? Oh man, that is right, bro. I knew I was forgetting something. Let me see. I'm not gonna be able to do it. Let me see if I can do it real quick, bro. Hold on. Let's see here. Insert at now. I'm going to need... Yeah, you know what? Here, I got this, bro. I got this. I'm on a different screen. I'm going to have to do it on a different screen. Just hold on here. I wonder if I set it up now, if it's going to allow... Let me see. Let me work some magic here real quick. I knew there was something that I forgot. I just started the damn stream late. So I was like, hurry up. You must hurry. Let's see here. If you guys are wondering, why are we just looking at the screen? I am doing something on a separate screen real quick. Let's see here. Members. Sorry, guys. Just hold on 1 second here. It'll be worth the wait here. Emojis. There we go. Add another emoji. I hope this works. Publish. Yes, it went through. All right. Let's see if it's on here. I just dropped it. Let's see if it's on here. Anybody see the crab? Hold on. Oh man, it's on there, but it must not be it's not going to be on till tomorrow's stream, I think. Somebody go back, like exit out of the stream and come back and tell me, if you're a member, come back and tell me if you have the crab with knife emoji. Because I just added it on there. But I don't even have it on my screen. But I don't want to exit out and like the stream freaking go down. Let's see. Damn, that kind of pisses me off. My bad, bro. I'm sorry. I'm doing like 1,000 things at once here. While we're talking about crab pants, let's jump into it. Oh, look. Soldier got it. There you go. Soldier got it. Let's see here, Crab. Real quick, I will answer that question just because we're chilling right now. So, Shad said, "What are your thoughts on Jasmy?" What are your thoughts on Jasmy? So before I even pull the charts up, I think Jasmy's going to do really well when we really get into the thick of the bull run. I think Jasmy's going to absolutely kill it. I really do. That's why I've been telling everybody, really, for any project, this goes for any projects that you guys are real bullish on. Right now, you guys are getting gifted, and I know you hear this all the time. You're like, bro, I can't keep buying the dip. Eat these dips up, bro, because I'm telling you, when we start running back up again, it's going to happen fast, and you're going to be looking back like, I should have taken advantage, of these dips, right? Or even if you have, I should have been buying more, right? I'm not telling you to go sell a lung or, use your money that you're going to pay for your food or whatever to feed your family. Not what I'm saying is if you have dry powder right now and you're just letting it sit there, you're going to be robbing yourself, because eventually, obviously, we could see more pain in the market, but eventually we are going to be running back up. And at these numbers, even especially with Jasmy right now, being at around 1.7 cents is a solid deal in my eyes. I think Jasmy is going to absolutely rip when we start running. And the reason is because obviously Jasmy is a solid project. We saw all the bullishness that we got a few months back from Japan. A lot of big corporations that were inquiring Jasmy, working with Jasmy. I think the Asian market's is already behind Jasmy, but I think that they're really going to be back there, when this market starts running, and this bull flag right here is going to play out epically, where it's going to start shooting up like crazy. Bitcoin's doing the same thing, where it's got this massive bull flag. If you zoom out, Jasmy's been looking the exact same. So I've been saying the same thing. I think Jasmy is going to rip. You just have to have patience, keep acquiring. We have some people on the channel that have freaking like hundreds of thousands of Jasmy, right? And I'm like, bro, Jasmy could easily get up to $1 on this run. So I mean, that could be a big play right there. So to answer your question, bro, I think that Jasmy is a solid play, and I think it's going to do really well when we are finally in the thick of this bull run and really altcoin season. All right, so I'm glad everybody, Mohammed, welcome, brother. I know you already were a member, but it looks like you renewed your membership, so hell yeah. So if you listen real quick, if you've already been in here and you're like, where's my crab? Where's my crab with knife emoji? You might have to exit the stream and come right back in, and you'll have your crab. You'll have your crab. Let me see if mine's on there. Yeah, mine's not on there. I have to exit the stream and then come back. Obviously, I can't do that, or the whole stream will go down. So I'm a little bummed out. I can't be hitting the spam in the chat, the chat with crab with knife. I should put a crab ragoon on there too. You guys like crab ragoon? I say it correctly? I'm talking about that fried stuff that you get from the little Chinese markets or whatever. Those things are fire. All right, let's jump right into it. Let's not get into no food. All right, so today, we did see somewhat of a breakout of the trend line, and not breakout towards the upside. We saw a breakout towards the downside. Look at this candle. It ran up towards the 13.5 mark, and then you can see it quickly got rejected and started a little bit of a downward move. We did drop down for crab today at around the 76. So it wasn't a bad time to be buying in my opinion. What's going on with crab? Well, I mean, honestly, you guys probably know more than me because you guys are all in those the Discords and stuff like that. But for right now, what I'll say is that what must come up, or what goes up must come down, right? And I'm not saying that crab is heading down. I'm just saying, we can't continue to be just running and running and running and running, right? There's going to be times where we're going to have a sell-off. Sometimes, and not only sometimes, but a lot of times, it's better to see some of these dramatic moves towards the downside, because a lot of people, the pressure from the sells will eventually be overcome by the buys if we can get to some of these lower levels and watch how fast crab could shoot back up. I mean, you're talking about a small market cap, so it won't take much, especially if this thing dropped down to some of these levels that we haven't seen in a while. This thing was to drop back down to some of these levels, you would probably see an epic run right now, because right now crab is pretty much the hottest meme coin that's on Cronos right now. So something like a nice drop, honestly, in my opinion, would be very solid for the project, because then you see a lot of people that are getting flushed out that are taking profits, and you'll see a lot of people coming in to either add to their bag, or if not, sitting on the sidelines that have been kind of waiting for a drop to jump in, so Frank said Crip has given me. I'm not even gonna repeat that, bro. That's a lie. Muhammad, I appreciate your 3rd month, dude. I appreciate your support on the channel, bro. I really do. Look at Gino over there dropping those crabs and the NFKs. Bogart said, "Call." Let's check out what Call's been doing. I feel like we haven't really heard much on Call now that Crab's been really taking over. So you can see Call sitting right under that $50 million market cap. I mean, like we were talking about the other day, you know, it kind of broke out finally out of this downward trend that it's really been, it was in for a while, right? It came down, bounced at one of our levels. Obviously, you saw a nice bounce, but it was pretty much short-lived for right now. You know, one thing that I will say, a couple things with Call. Call's listed on a major exchange now, right? Unfortunately, it's not just DeFi. DeFi, you know, it works both ways. If you're strictly on DeFi, you guys can see the markets, the traditional markets will be down. DeFi won't even be phased, right? DeFi projects will still be running like crazy, you know, but now that Call is technically on a major exchange, I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to start being a little bit more in sync with the traditional markets, right? So if you're having bad days in the actual market, you might see that reflect on a project like Call now, because it is kind of with the big leagues now, right? Even though it's only on crypto.com, I think people fail to realize how many users crypto.com has across the world, right? I mean, they're up there. They have to be like one of the top 5 exchanges in the world. So with that being said, you have a lot of people exposed to this project now. And you have a lot of people, like I said, that are kind of, they go with the swing of the market. So if the markets are doing bad for whatever reason, they'll start selling off at a loss or whatever, if it's a loss or a gain, but they kind of will sell off, you know. And that's what I think is happening with Call now, is that you're seeing a lot of you're seeing a lot of more fluctuations due to the actual market not doing the best. When you go and you look at the actual DeFi, you know, even though today, technically, if you look at DeFi, it looks terrible today, in Cronos particularly. It really does. You have this one project bad that's up about 50%, but this project is up 50% because it literally dropped to the abyss, you know, so it had a nice little bounce, but nothing too crazy. It hit a spot that we've already had as some support. Now it's resistance in this project. But other than that, if you're really looking at a lot of these projects, everything is down today. I mean, really bad. You know what's not down today? You know what's not down today, guys? We're going to look it up. We don't normally do this, but we're looking it up today. Freaking GameStop. What the hell is going on with that? GameStop's going crazy. I know what's going on with it, but who in the chat's invested in GameStop? GameStop's been going absolutely crazy the last few days. And if you guys are living under a rock, there's a guy that's on Reddit. I guess he was like the head honcho of all the freaking GameStop, you know, Reddit groups. He posted a freaking picture of a guy gaming. Right? It was just a picture of like a little picture of a guy gaming. And you know, like you're slouched back, right? And you're gaming. And if you get thrown up in the front of your seat, right, and you're like all up on your screen, it means that like it got real, right? Like it just hit, like you're intense now, as far as like you're all in it. He posted a picture of that where the guy was slouched, and then he got closer to the screen, like he was like intense in the game, meaning that, you know, it basically what he's insinuating is that people are now, the Reddit group for GameStop is back up and running, like they're ready to take over again. Is pretty much what he's saying, right? They're focused, and it's crazy because that's all it took, and GameStop started shooting up like crazy, right? And that leads to, if you look on Solana, GameStop's going, and AMC are going absolutely berserk on here too. Look at this. Freaking look at this. Absolutely crazy today. Who caught up Who bought in on the Solana GameStop? Because now I'm listening to this guy earlier. It was on the radio, believe it or not, local radio, and these guys are talking about freaking crypto and GameStop. I'm like, what these people they don't really know much, but the fact that they're even talking about it, I was like, wow, that's crazy. And there was one guy in there, you could tell he was a young guy, and he's talking about it on the radio, and he's like, yeah, GameStop, last night I bought in at $20. It went up to $80 last night, and I'm driving listening to this. I'm like, oh crap. And he's like, but listen, he's like, there's a GameStop on Solana. And right when he said that, I jumped out of I rose up. I'm like, this guy knows about Solana? And he's like, bro, it's about to go crazy on there. And you can see thing went crazy up, and he's like talking about, and then other people on the radio were like, bro, why'd you bought in on crypto? I mean, Bitcoin, what do you think I should do? And he's like, I think Solana's the move. He's like telling them, he's like, I think Solana's the move. You could tell their knowledge for crypto was very limited, but this guy was giving out good pointers. And I was like, damn, the guy, I'm not going to sit there and be like he was like an all about crypto, but he kind of knew the gist of it and was given, some good pointers. And I was like, wow. So, I was like, oh, hell yeah, we'll talk about this on the stream tonight. And Frank was saying, is retail coming back? Well, for GameStop right now, what they're doing, they're back on GameStop. What kind of gets me is like with GameStop, me personally, I don't invest in stocks. I'm more of a strictly like crypto. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't invest in stocks, and especially it's like imagine Bitcoin going on a crazy run, right? And now you hear about it. Bitcoin's going on a run. Bitcoin's at 70,000, and you're looking at it's like you buying in. I feel like you buying in at Bitcoin when it's at 70K. It's on a massive run. You're buying in at a high, so it's like with GameStop, I'm not saying this thing can't actually continue to run up, right? Because you can see it was beat down to hell for a while, but it's on a massive run and it's already been on a run. I would be very cautious right now buying in just because you're buying in at a high, right? You're buying in at a high. We all know how powerful the Reddit group is. We know how powerful these people are as far as, when they get together. But I guarantee all of them have been stacking up all down here, and they're sitting on massive profits. So, that's why I would say just be cautious. Be cautious. Let me look up AMC because AMC is supposed to be the other play as well. Let me see here. See, I don't even know how to, like, look up this. Is it just... I'm, like, looking for a pair. I'm guessing it's this. I'm so used to like looking up crypto as like paired with Tether. Is it paired? Nope. These are just stocks. So you can see AMC ran up. It actually came up and got rejected at its 200. This is its 200-day moving average. So you can see it got rejected as of now for there. See that big gap? I wonder if it's going to come back and possibly fill in that gap eventually. AMC sitting at around right under $7. So that's another one that they're all rallying behind. It's almost like it's back to, what was that, 2021? Everything's getting back to 2021. But the point of the story is that, with these pumping, these are so affiliated. Everybody that's buying in on all these meme coins or these meme stocks are affiliated with crypto in some sort of way, right? They're all investors in crypto as well. So, hopefully this could be just a little spark that we'll see, with AMC and with GameStop as well, and it eventually trickle over to back to the crypto market. So, yeah, Frank, thank you for bringing that up. Aren't they going to halt GameStop to death though? So they've already since last night, since yesterday, they've already halted trading on GameStop 3 times, right? And that's something that people don't realize how of a luxury we have with crypto, because you can't pause anything on crypto, right? The only closest thing that you could get to is when supposedly Coinbase and Robinhood and some of these exchanges will go down while there's like a crazy pump or a crazy dump. That's pretty much the only way that they can somewhat halt the volatility, for crypto. But on stock market, bro, they have the power to freaking just pause everything, right? Too much money coming in, too much money going out, pause for a break, right? And that's what's crazy in my eyes. I think we don't realize the luxury that we have for right now with crypto. Who knows down the road they could implement something like that, right? I don't think they will be able to, just because the stock market's in the US, right? You do have people internationally investing, but with crypto it's worldwide, right? So who are they going to pause? Just the people in the States, or if it's another government, the UK, are they going to pause, the people over there, from trade? But you can't pause everybody, stop all trading, unless you somehow all the exchanges get united on something like that. But yeah, that's crazy to think that they still can do stuff like that. So I'm telling you guys, the luxury that we have on crypto is don't take advantage of it, because like I say, you hear about that stuff and I'm like, oh yeah, I was like, I forgot that they can do stuff like that, where they literally can pause the freaking whole transactions on a stock. So a little iffy in my eyes. Looking at the crypto bubbles, you guys can see pretty much what we have for today. Really nothing much going on. Yesterday, the meme coins were running. Today, they're kind of cooling off. Yeah, Pepe still up about 8.5%. Safe, 4.5%. Floki's up about 4.5%. But really, everything else you can see is down, right? Everything else is down today. And, like I keep saying, I don't want to sound like a broken record. Just take advantage of these dips, guys. I personally have been. Like today, I bought in right when we hit the trend line for Milady. I didn't buy much, you know what I'm saying? Just buying little bits, so if we do continue to drop, I can just continue to eat the dip up. It's pretty much what it is. So what else is pumping on Solana today? I'm telling you, let's look at the volume. Whoa, damn, volume's up like crazy on Solana. It's at 1.8 billion. I was gonna think, it's probably down. Ethereum about a 1 billion. Holy crap, Binance is at $5 billion. That's insane. Arbitrum and Base are kind of lagging over there, but that's crazy. You can see that. It looks like everything is the volume's up like crazy for a lot of these projects. Drinking my tea, guys. Frank said, what are your thoughts on RIP crypto on Cronos? I was looking at that earlier, bro. You know what was crazy? Is I was trying to buy in this morning, right? I'm trying to buy in this morning. I copy the address like we normally do. I copy the address and I go over to VVS because it's not on VVS yet. And it keeps telling me it just could not, it wouldn't pull the, I couldn't import the token over and, start buying. It would not let me do it. I'm like, what in the hell is going on? And I want to say this was back this morning, like when it was around this area. Well, I'm glad that I wasn't able to jump in on the project, because I tried it like 4 times. I was like, maybe it's a sign, right? And obviously if I would have bought in, I would have been down on my investment for right now. What do I think about the project? I think it came out, when it released earlier, it came out with high liquidity, solid market cap. You can even see while it's down, the liquidity is still at around 600,000. Market cap's over $2 million for right now. So, it looks like a legit project. Obviously, you can see people are able to sell off. I've been very cautious on a lot of Cronos projects that drop, because they have been some of them. It's the same people that are doing it, where they let you buy in, but you can't sell out. There's been like scams going on. So I've been real worried. So when I was going to buy in, I was going to buy in a small amount and see if I could sell off. And then I was going to start buying in big chunks. But like I said, it didn't allow me to do it. Sometimes I take it as a little hint from above, to where I just am like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm going to let it be. So with this project, I will say that you can see it. This project looks like it's like a month old. This is literally just a day old, right? So you can see there's been a lot of volatility, a lot of run up, came down, bounced, but you can see the trend is actually heading down for right now. So I don't think it's particularly this project, though. I honestly think that just everything. Even Crab, that has all the momentum right now, is even down a big chunk today, right? So I just think that DeFi, particularly in Cronos, it's just cooling off. It's one of those days today where it's everything's pretty much down, So a project like this that dropped saw a nice run, but you can see it was very short lived due to the environment that the Cronos ecosystem is in right now, as far as just not doing the best for today. But I think the project's solid. We'll see how it is. You go back like 3 months ago, and I'd be like, bro, this project's probably gonna rip. But now, when you look at Cronos, you guys remember 4 months ago, I was like complaining. I'm like, bro, this is ridiculous. There was nothing on here. Like, there was no new projects, no meme coins, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. And I was like, they need to figure out something to where they can bring in a lot of people developing on their ecosystem. Well, now we have it, right? So now you have projects like RIP that'll come out looking strong, and they have so much competition now. There's so much competition, so much money to be split up in this market that you guys are seeing it, right? You're seeing it. Even projects that are getting listed on crypto.com, right, are struggling, right? You would have thought that, call would have just continued to move up and move up and move up. Well, you can see it's actually, since it got dropped on crypto.com and you saw that big run, it's been on a downward move at the end of the day. I know we already looked at it, but you can see, it did break out of the trend that we had right here, but technically, did it really break out of the trend? You can really still see that it's technically still on a downward move for call, right? And I don't think it has anything to do with call itself. I just think that there's a lot of competition now in DeFi as far as Cronos. And then I also threw in, because of call particularly, it's on the a major exchange. I think it's getting drawn down with the rest of the market. So Ryoshi has really it just has really come down. Like, I'm not like trying to bring anybody down that's in Ryoshi, but geez, Ryoshi's been really struggling. It really has. You thought when you saw this kind of a bounce, you're like, all right, that was a nice bounce. Nope. Continuing to move down as we speak. So, where's the bottom going to be for Ryoshi? I'll say the next spot as far as support, if anybody's still invested in the project, 786 right here is at the 31.8. That's going to be your spot for some solid support. Hopefully, if it can catch. If it can't, you're looking at Ryoshi coming back down to 8 zeros in the 15 for Ryoshi. So we'll see how it plays out. Looking at anything else on here that's kind of been going crazy. Born Brave. I don't know. Any of these new projects now, I'm sketch as hell. Unloaded lion token. Uh-oh. Missed this one. Why didn't you guys drop this on the Discord? Justin, where you at, bro? Where you at, Justin? Is there, Mohammed said there's a pump on call. Oh, I'm sorry, crab. I said call. I'm going to put this on my watch list because I might end up checking this one out. Where's my watch list? Look what advertisement. Crab. Bro, I will say Crab's been killing it. Why isn't it not letting me put this on my... Oh, there it is. It's right in my face. I'm like, what the hell? They said Crab's on our little run. Oh, yeah. Nice. Crab. So Crab did break the trend. Broke the trend briefly. Let's see if it's going to hold. Even if Crab comes down and bounces off the trend line and finds some support, I think we're going to... we'll continue on a nice run. You're going to be teeter-tottering at around this level because think about it. Right now, it just jumped back into 8 zeros. When it breaks below, it goes to that 9-0. People, it's always like we always talk about. It's that mental kind of thing where it goes down to the 9 zeros, even if it's just a few percent below where it's at right now. People are like, "Oh hell yeah, it's at 9 zeros now," and they'll buy. It'll be more of an incentive for them to buy in because they think they're getting more, right? Versus when it's at 8 zeros and 10 mark versus 9 zeros, 999, it's literally the same thing, maybe a fraction of a percent away, right? But it's just a mental barrier. When it says 9 zeros, people are going to be continue to eat up that dip, so at least that's a good thing. So Pedro, hold on. Frank said, are you in Ryoshi Crypt? No, I'm not in Ryoshi, bro. I am not. Frank also said, I wonder if CDC will have some with knife campaigns happening in the future with all these knife cryptos coming out. Possibly. It would be worth their while because, I mean, I know Crypto.com's making a killing because all of us are buying Cronos to trade all this stuff. Even if you haven't bought in a while, you're still trading back and forth. You got to remember, you're trading, even if you're trading you're trading Crow, right? You're trading Crow ultimately, and they're getting transaction fees. Even if it's on DeFi, they're getting transaction fees from MMF, from VVS, all these platforms that are using Cronos, right? So it's a win for them as far as just their DeFi doing well. So I've been telling them to do this for a long time. They finally listened. Pedro said, how do I buy on Cronos? So Pedro, you'll need to download the Crypto.com DeFi wallet app. So there's two different apps. There's the Crypto.com exchange app, and then there's the Crypto.com DeFi wallet. You'll need to download that DeFi wallet. Make sure you add some Cronos, their native token, into there, and then go down to your on your DeFi wallet, and you'll see VVS Swap, and you can go in there and you can catch all these projects that are in there. Another thing you can do, Pedro, is become a member, and you can go ahead and watch the previous streams of member-only streams. We covered how to download DeFi wallets and how do you buy all that good stuff, and we will be covering that this weekend as well on the members only on how to be a better trader. So make sure, if you're not already, turn that name green and become a member. Let's see here. Mohammed said, is that let's effing go, Crab? It's just too strong. Tim said, Crip, sell some PEPE at these highs it's on and bring my average down on some ladies. So PEPE has been on a run. It has been on a run. Damn, I didn't realize. So PEPE broke all-time highs? Where the hell have I been? I know it's been on a run, but I didn't know it broke all-time highs. That's crazy. I mean, so, Tim, to be honest, brother, I'm going to be honest with you. That's something you really need to figure out because I do believe in both projects, right? I think that at the end of the day, when everything's said and done and we look back at the bull run that we're in, and we haven't even fully gotten into, maybe next year, 2 years down the road, when you're looking back, I personally, my opinion, I think that Milady's is going to have better gains, right? But I think that PEPE is going to be one of the top contenders as far as market cap for the meme coins, right? So, right now we'll look up the market cap. I'm sure it's at like $4 billion, right? Let's look it up here and see. I'm sure it's at like around, it's at $4.4 billion market cap right now. I could easily see PEPE getting up to a $50 billion market cap, right? So that's about a 10, 11, 12x from where it's at right now, right? An easy 10 to 12x on PEPE. If you go over to Milady, remember, this is just my opinion. Milady right now is at $100 million. So if Milady can just get up to $2 billion, that right there, just a $2 billion, that's a 20x, right? I have my predictions that Milady's is going to get anywhere from 2 to 10. If we get to the higher spectrum of around 10 billion, now you're talking about 100x on your investment on Milady. So that's why I say that as far as gains wise, Milady is, in my opinion, is going to give more of a gain, more profits off of your investment. But I still do think that PEPE is a solid investment, and I think PEPE is going to absolutely kill it during this bull run as far as being the top contender of per market cap. So that's, like I said, that's something that you have to kind of figure out what you know what I'm saying. What do you think? But I understand your logic, right? Because you're up right now on Pepe. That wouldn't be a bad time to maybe allocate and move some profits over to something else that's been beat down that has a big potential towards the upside. So, I maybe I can meet you in the middle and say maybe move half of your position over to ladies, right? So you still have a solid position of Pepe, but now you just bought in half of those profits are thrown into Milady, right? Something like that. Adam said, let's talk about NFK. Let's talk about NFK. Let's do this. Let's see here. So, we talked about NFK during the members only stream. And, I did say, so, elephant in the room. NFK, we did see a significant drop, in the last week, right? But it was a purposely done drop. Basically what we had to do is from the main wallets, we ended up selling a portion of Milady, bringing the price down temporarily in order for us to put it all back into straight liquidity. And you're like, Crip, why the hell would you do that? Well, what we did was we added we added about 20,000 because we did see some sales from, just your normal sales, right? We added about $15,000 in liquidity, and what that's doing is now the price has become so much more stable. Now when you see someone, or if you see any kind of sales or even buy-ins, the price isn't going to fluctuate, 50% off of a $500 buy-in, right? So what we did was we're doing longevity, long-term, as far as, getting the liquidity up like crazy, because also we're in the mix of getting NFK listed on some exchanges, right? In order for us to do that, we had to have our liquidity higher. So we're in the middle of doing that. I can't spill all the beans yet, but what I can say is that our liquidity has been doing nothing but perfect. Our market cap's finally gotten to like a spot that it looks beautiful, right? Only $100,000 market cap. Our liquidity has finally been built up. We're at 8 zeros right now. Honestly, crazy buy-ins right now as far as trying to accumulate Milady. You can throw in $100 and end up picking up probably 100 billion. I don't even know what it would cost right now, but cheap right now. And like I said, I don't want to spill the beans on what we got going on, but we have a lot of big things going on in the behind the scenes. And I'm telling you guys, it's going to be nothing but up. Right now, we still are focused on just building up our liquidity, and then we're going to start driving the price right back up. And once that FOMO sets in, you guys already know we're going to be running up with a $100,000 market cap. It's not going to take much for us to get right back up to that $1 million market cap that we were sitting at. So, but now when we get up to that $1 million market cap, it's going to be a natural $1 million, right? Because before we were hitting $1 million and our liquidity would be at like 35,000. And I was like, bro, it's not correct, right? Now when we hit $1 million market cap, our liquidity is going to be at like $400,000 or $500,000 in liquidity. So that's what you want to see. That's how we're going to get listed on not just the smaller exchanges, but us getting listed on big exchanges that we have lined up or that we want to get lined up in the future. So definitely check it out. If you guys are supporting the channel, stuff like that, NFK on Solana. Obviously, it's our native token, and we're going straight to the moon with this one. And like I said, if you've been waiting on the sidelines, right now would probably be the best time because we're finally at 8 zeros. Our market cap is down at $100,000 right now. So, I mean, right now, buy-ins, bro, you're buying in at a fraction of the price. And I already see there was a lot of people that bought in. When we were back in this buy zone, you can see people bought in, and they were like, bro, these people were making like thousands of dollars. I was a little jealous, and I was like, just hodl. Don't take the $2,000 profit. It is what it is, right? I mean, I know we all have different scenarios and different goals because we, us that are, so invested in the project, we know where we're going to be at in the future, right? But I understand if you just buy in and you're up like, 3x on your profit and you want to take profits. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I completely understand. So, and Soldier. So, yep. So, and we're also doing OT, and how we were able to build up our liquidity is we're actually doing OTC trading. So, what does OTC mean? Well, it basically to simplify it it means that you can come directly to the devs, right? And you can actually buy off the devs instead of buying directly into Jupiter or Radium, which you can still buy off of their swaps, but you can buy directly off of us. And what we're doing is everything that's bought, we're bringing it straight into liquidity instead of pumping the price for right now. That's how we're able to keep that stability for right now until the price actually starts going skyrocketing. So, if you guys are interested, you can obviously hit me up in the Discord. Right now, we're running OTC deals where basically if you buy in, even if it's $100, we're giving 15% on top of that. So let's say you buy in 100, you get the $100 at the market price, and then on top of that, you'll get 15% additional. So you already be 15% up on your investment, whatever you buy in. So if you guys have any more questions, obviously you can hit any of the devs up or myself in the Discord. You guys know where to find me. So Tim, no worries, brother. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Crab right now is looking like she wants to go on a run, guys. We'll keep that updated and we'll check that out. Let's jump into some news articles real quick and we'll go right back into DeFi. So State of Wisconsin buys nearly $100 million worth of BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF. So let's see here. The state's investment board bought 94,562 shares of BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust in the first quarter of the year, which is dope. But why the hell did they buy the ETF and not just buy freaking Bitcoin? That's like, I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. I just don't understand some of the logic why these people actually buy, the ETFs and not just go strictly and buy the actual product, So the U.S. state of Wisconsin, and I'm sure they probably couldn't. I'm going to interrupt myself and say they probably couldn't, right? They probably are limited to like having to buy, through the stock market versus actually buying through crypto. So hopefully all that stuff is going to change. But the U.S. state of Wisconsin purchased 95,000 shares of BlackRock iShares Bitcoin Trust in the first quarter of the year. A filing shows the shares, are worth nearly $100 million. Bitcoin rose 1% on the news, currently trading at 61,900, down 1.7% over the past 24 hours, as new inflation data came in hotter than expected during the U.S. morning hours. Wisconsin, which filed its quarterly 13F report with the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, Gary Gensler somewhere was like, why the hell did they buy in on that ETF? I'll get them. He's over there just rolling around like, I hate you, Bitcoin. Let's see here. On the first state, it is the first state to disclose the purchase of Bitcoin. The investment board also purchased shares of Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust, worth roughly $64 million. So normally you don't get these big fish institutions in the 13S for a year or so when the ETFs gets more liquidity. See, they're even trying to build up their liquidity. You see that? That's what it's all about, guys. If I knew about liquidity, but now that I freaking really started running with help with everybody else, with my dev team running a project, I'm like, holy crap, like liquidity is everything. Liquidity is everything, right? Because if you don't have a lot of liquidity, you're going to see those massive influx and prices, and that's not what you want to see, right? We're not swing trading like NFK. We're here for the long term, and we want to see more stability. And you can see even for these ETFs that dropped, Grayscale was selling off a lot of their actual Bitcoin. Remember when we first started the ETFs and Grayscale was just outflows were outrageous. Well, not the outflows, but the Grayscale itself was selling their actual Bitcoin for their ETFs, right? Well, what they were doing was they were selling because they own like 500,000, somewhere roughly around there, like 500,000 Bitcoin. They were selling like 10,000 Bitcoin so they can basically put it into liquidity for their ETFs, right? So now, you kind of understand it stinks. You don't want to do that. But at the same time, you're looking long term. You have to make sure there's stability in the project. So that right there, it's funny you read that. And I was just talking about NFK and what we're doing. You can understand it's long-term plays for a project, and that's what we're here for is long-term plays. So where were we at? So it says, so basically when the ETF gets more liquidity, but as we've seen, these are no ordinary launches. Bloomberg Intelligence senior ETF analyst Eric wrote in the post on X, good sign, expect more as institutions tend to move in herds. So, and what they're saying is that the fact that the cat's out of the bag now, that a state in the U.S., Wisconsin, being the first state to disclose that they added to their investment sheets $100 million worth of Bitcoin. They're saying that you get ready. It's basically the cat's out of the bag. You're either going to see more of these states buying in, or they're going to start disclosing that they've actually been accumulating the ETFs throughout this year now that they're available. And like I said, I can almost guarantee the reason why, now you're seeing states buying in on particularly the ETFs, because there's probably some law that they cannot buy in on actual crypto. It has to be through the stock market exchange. So, top 10 U.S. pension funds invest $162 million in Bitcoin ETFs. Another story, guys. And I'm bringing these stories up because I just want you guys to understand. Just put all just brush all those clouds that are in our faces right now with the market not doing the best, right? And understand in the back end, there's so much going on. There's so much bullishness going on, and this will all play out in the long term for crypto, for Bitcoin, for all of us, right? So that's why I keep telling you guys, we unfortunately can't dictate what's going on in the market. The only thing that we can control is what you're doing with these dips, right? Are you sitting on the sidelines? Are you taking advantage of these dips? That's really what it is. That's what it's going to come down to. So let me jump right into this freaking chat real quick, because I see a bunch of little sad faces from you guys know who. Always coming here with the sad faces. So let's see here. Chemo said, oh yeah, I'll call you dog, right? Doggone it. Hello, Cronos fam. Jay said, OTC deals, here I come. Bro, we've had, I say I because, I've been the one putting in the liquidity, but I've had probably 10, 15 people approach and have invested. Like I said, in the last 2 weeks, we put in, I think, $8,000 in liquidity, if not more. So, and like I said, that's just deals that we're handing out for right now. And it's not going to continue for too much longer, because eventually we're going to get to a spot, and I'm thinking it's around 40 to 50K. We're going to get to around that spot for liquidity, and we're not going to need to do the OTC deals anymore. We're going to be at a solid spot where it's just going to, that's what I'm saying. That's when you're going to see NFKs, the price, just start rapidly moving back up. We're going to eat that zero back up and get back up to those 7 zeros. Mark my words. I'm not just, blowing gas up your butt, telling you the truth. So, and Donald, I just answered your question. He asked, I didn't even read what you said, but now I just answered it. He said, how much liquidity are you looking for in NFK? So, like I said, we're at the 30,000 right now. We're looking to get around 40 to 50,000, a stable spot right there. And then from there on, like I said, we're not going to be taking any more OTCs, because right now, we won't need to do it anymore, right? Well, because we need to, we have a certain amount of circulating supply that's sitting on the side that we have to give to the exchanges whenever we get listed, right? So, we have to make sure that everything is covered as far as our future plays and stuff like that. So, so let me just, before we read this article, Randy said, hey guys and gals, let's hit that like button. Yes, make sure you guys hit that like. We're not doing too bad. I've been here. He ain't never read my comments. What did you say, bro? Let me zoom up and let me see. I don't see anything the Prodigy said. Nothing. I don't see anything that you said, bro. I see sad faces. That's all I see. And then, you know what? Soldier called it out. I bet Rare is going to be late. Boom. Called it out. Red Rum, I'm just seeing your comment, bro. He said, are you in Milady yet? Yeah, I've been buying the hell out of Milady on these drops. Like right now, she's looking juicy right now. I bought in a little bit earlier. I'm probably going to, I'm going to end this stream in like an hour from now, and then there's going to be a green candle. I'm going to be like, bro. Let's see here. The Prodigy with the sad faces, like typical. Soldiers laughing at him, saying, what are you mad at? Prodigy's claiming I didn't read his comments, which he didn't even put anything in there. Oliver said, call and crab with knife are connected. Crab with knife is using calls, LP. If you buy crab with knife, you help call it a pump. And that is true, Oliver. We actually were able to verify that. I believe the guy that's running with that is running crab, he is a big investor, if not part of the dev team on call, if I'm not mistaken. So, and Prodigy said here, yes, Diddy. Oh man, what do you mean, yes, Diddy, bro? Prodigy said, ain't none blowing in my torch. But oh my god, bro, this guy came in with some weird stuff today. Red Rum, my bad, bro. Red Rum says you gotta love getting ignored. I just read your comment, didn't I? My bad, dude. I'm reading articles. That's why. I'm sorry, guys. You know what? I'll just focus straight on the chat. And that's what we'll do. This will be a chat stream now. Just kidding. April said, is Milady in second place now in the futures? I think that ended, if I'm not mistaken. Do we have any update on my international people? Do we have an update on Milady's future contest on Binance? And Prodigy said, I said yes. Yeah, I know you said yes, Diddy, bro. Adam said he's talking about the comments way up on the list. Bro, I scrolled all the way up. I don't know what the hell. Prodigy. Yeah, oh, you talking about the emojis that you put on? I see them. The crabs and knives. I see you, bro. Hey, let me see those crab with knife emojis. Anyone who's got crab with knife emojis on their emojis? Let's see those things. Shout out to the whole crab with knife gang out there. When we drop No Fud Koala on Cronos, we'll have to link up with the whole call squad. So let me finish off here. So a major pension fund buys Bitcoin. It also held 63 million in Grayscale's ETF, which is BlackRock's largest competitor in terms of size, but also charges as much heftier 1.5% annual management fee. The allocation marks a major step for Bitcoin's adoption as a global store of value. The asset's most fervent bulls have long wished to see a graduate from seeing a speculative vehicle for retail and hedge fund traders into a treasury reserve asset for corporations and governments. So look at this. This gives you a little list of these big corporations. And I mean, look at this. These are look at this. California public employees. Look what they own as far as, hold on here. So this is the 9th largest pension fund in the United States. Just bought 99. Oh, I see what this is. So these are all pension funds, right? And you can see that Wisconsin, and this is what we talked about on the other one. You can see they're the 9th biggest pension fund in America, right? And you can see that they actually just released. This is what we were talking about a little while ago. That their some of their funds, their liquidity, right? They've been allocating into Bitcoin's ETF, right? That right there, like I said, is going to open up a floodgate for all these other big pension funds. They're either going to expose that they've already been buying in on the ETFs, or they're going to jump ship. They're going to jump on the ship and start buying ETFs as well. So definitely a good article. I mean, like I said, this is not something that's going to make Bitcoin's price go to 80K today, but long term, this is going to give stability to Bitcoin, because you're going to have a lot of these institutions, a lot of these pension funds that manage millions and millions of dollars, right? If not billions, they're going to be holding on to massive amounts of Bitcoin, and they're going to be holding for the long term, right? Because pension funds, you guys know how it works, right? It's a long-term fund really for their workers as they retire and stuff like that. They have to keep, paying everybody out, so they have to look for investments that can keep their portfolios up, and also bringing in money on top of that, so they can keep the whole pension thing running as far as people that are retiring you know. So Cowie said apparently it's not on the top of Binance listing anymore. This is what I heard. Don't take my word, please. Fud, I'm going to buy a bit more ladies than hope for the best. I mean, that's all you can do, bro, right? That's all you can do is just buy small increments and just dollar cost average in. You know, I'm not saying don't go crazy as far as because I mean, what if we see a little bit more of a dip? You can be able to take advantage of the dips as they occur. And let's see here. Looks like everybody's confused. I could have sworn that the competition was already finished. But apparently they're running that bad boy until the last freaking dollar comes out is what they're doing. So that's craziness. Bro, this guy has been running ads on Crab for, I'm not even lying, for like since like the second day that it's been trading. Absolutely insane. So let's look at some big movers today, and I don't mean movers towards the upside. I mean movers towards the downside. Let's look at a couple things. ALI, you guys know I always talk about, well, not always, but I do bring up ALI. This is an AI project that has been beat down like crazy. You guys can see. I mean, I don't even know why I have this channel up here anymore because this thing has just dropped like crazy. One thing that the reason why ALI catches my eye is that this is an AI project, but it's got a very small market cap. Very small market cap. And when this thing moves, it moves. So you can see right now, it has a $53 million market cap. So, I mean, an AI project with such a small market cap is hard to find. This could be a big play right here for ALI. Long term, of course, as it's still on a downward trend for sure. So, Arbitrum. You guys know I'm very bullish on Arbitrum. I can't believe that Arbitrum's been beat down so bad it's at 93 cents right now. Absolutely craziness. I want to look up something. Remember the article that we covered? This was a few weeks ago that Arbitrum was going to be releasing more into their circulating supply. I don't remember how much they had. I think they already did, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like they already added to their circulating supply, if I'm not mistaken. So that could be a big reason why Arbitrum is beat down even more than what it normally would be with the market right now. I mean, it's down to 93 cents. So, but a solid play in my eyes for Arbitrum on a bigger market cap at around $2.5 billion. This is a layer 2 off of Ethereum network. Fetch just broke the $2 mark. This is probably going to be your bigger AI project, if not the biggest, when it's all said and done. Fetch AI at $1.99. Not too shabby in my eyes as far as maybe a buy-in. I particularly won't because I was buying in on Fetch when it was at 15 cents. Back, if you've been following the channel, we've been covering Fetch AI during the bear run or during the bear market a year ago when Fetch was at 15 to 17 cents. Calling that play out. This project that I've been intrigued that I want to get in on, and I haven't yet, and I'm glad that I haven't bought in yet, particularly is Karate Combat. If you guys know a couple things, Karate Combat is traded on HBAR's ecosystem. This is a basically like a UFC that's like fully backed by a crypto. They have their own crypto. It's called Karate, right? It's Karate Combat. Bro, they're building as far as their fight league. They've been having fights like I want to say like maybe every few months they'll have a solid fight. This was affiliated with, if you guys are familiar with George, I Am George's channel, he has an influencer fighting something, right? It's like called IF. I don't know exactly what it's called, but he's actually teamed up with Karate Combat, and they're going to be hosting a lot of influencer fights for crypto as well. I think down the road, this project's going to be a solid project. Right now, the market cap on this thing is absolutely so small. $5 million market cap, it says. Now, it does say that it's not verified. I wonder why they haven't got that figured out yet. Let me see something here. Supply is the self-reported market cap. Yeah, so I would like to see them verify that. But, you know, as far as long-term, I really want to get in on this project. Cryptotology, this is the company that actually reached out to me. They want to start sponsoring the channel. I probably shouldn't even have gave them any promotion yet until we work out a deal. But I haven't really been I haven't been looking for any kind of sponsorship right now on the channel. But we'll see. Maybe down the road I'll be this is sponsored by. You guys know I'm waiting for my Twisted Tea sponsor. So if anybody's listening that works at Twisted Tea, I'm waiting for that sponsorship. I will work for Twisted Tea. And I mean, like, you know how people say I will work for money? I will work if they supply me with Twisted Teas. Just keep them on deck. Don't be pausing anybody around here, Prodigy. Don't even. You pause yourself. Dataland said Donald Trump coin is coming soon. You already know there was so many there's see, Prodigy, I can't even do this with a straight face, bro. There already was some Donald Trump tokens out on Solana and stuff like that. But yeah, you're saying that Donald, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, he did really well with the NFTs, right? So I mean, you never know. You never know. Pseudo swap, Gina's asking. Let's go check it out. I don't think I've looked at pseudo swap in a while. This can't be the right. There's no way in hell. There you go. So you can see for pseudo swap, let me zoom out real quick. This thing is really, like, I mean, I don't know if this is since it dropped or what, but what the charts are giving us, this thing has just been like crazy down. What I wanted to point out, I have to zoom back in, was that you can see this green line. This is going to be your 200-day, your actual 200-day moving average, not your SMA simple moving average, right? This is going to be your actual 200-day moving average right here. And you can see it is basically below it. Made a double top, pretty much getting rejected at the 200 and then dropping down. It is running on its 20-day SMA moving average right now, finding some support. So I'd love to see, as this thing continues to move up, is it going to retest this 200-day right here at the 25-cent mark? And basically, you guys know how I am. Anything below the 200-day, I'm going to be bearish until it can break above the 200-day. It's very hard for a project to break above the 200-day. When they do, they usually are very parabolic, very bullish. But before they can break it, it's a struggle, right? And you can see this 200-day has been going. It's broke above it, right? But it's been these little spurts, and it comes right back down. And look where it hits its head at almost every time. It comes up, hits its head at the 200, hits its head at the 200, comes down. Now it's not even getting near it. It just ran up briefly, and pretty much, even though it broke above slightly, it pretty much hit its head on the 200 and broke below it again. So still in a bearish trend for right now until it can break above that 25-cent mark and stay above it, finding some kind of support. That's when you're going to see me flip over and being bullish on the project. Soldier, don't laugh at him, bro. You're encouraging him to say that stuff, right? Just don't. He came in with the jokes today, right? So don't do it, Soldier. Don't encourage him. Rugged, what's going on, bro? Marco said, Dolga. I'm guessing that's a project you want to look at, right? And I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna assume this is a DeFi project with a name like that. Now, let me ask you this. Marcos, what ecosystem are we looking at? Are we looking at I hope this Solana looks like it's not the best. Got $2,000 in liquidity. What ecosystem are you speaking of, bro? Oh, okay. Binance. I'm guessing it's going to be this one. Dogita. Binance, their volume today was outrageous. Like $5 billion, bro. Something's going on with Binance. So, I mean, the project looks like it's definitely on a nice upward move. It's got a $7.6 million market cap. Liquidity looks beautiful at 600,000. That's what we're gonna have for NFK. That's exactly what we're gonna be breaking those levels. But I'm just saying this is what we're gonna be looking at eventually. Something like this where we have a solid $600,000 liquidity, where we're just looking solid, right? But for this project, doesn't look bad. It's on a nice little run, you can see. So what I always say about these projects after they make either an all-time high or a local high, as long as it can stay above the 236, which is at that 69, 69. As long as it can stay above that 69, the 236 right here, I'm going to stay bullish on this project. You can see the trend obviously is towards the upside. So, I mean, it looks good. Again, as long as it can stay above the 236, I'm going to stay bullish on this. It doesn't look bad at all for this project. Rug said, yo, I just joined the Discord waiting for 10 minutes to pass. Nice. Welcome to the Discord. And if anybody else is interested, I have it on the top of the chat. You guys can hit the link. That link will expire. So if you're watching the video later on, all you have to do is just put a comment in the video. Say, hey, Crip, I need the new link for the Discord. And I will personally come and give you a personal link to join the Discord. It's free. Just come join the fam, right? We're always catching plays. Let's put it like this. If you were part of the Discord, right? If you were part of the Discord, and I'm telling you guys 100% facts. If you were part of the Discord, a couple things. You would have bought call when it was back here. I'm talking about back here. You would have bought call because we dropped it in the Discord when it was at $500,000 market cap. Call. If you would have dropped it, this isn't even for my members only, right? And I already know all my members are in the Discord, so that's why I just go in the Discord and drop it. But I mean, this is what, and it's not just me dropping the plays, it's the whole community. I just so happened to run across the project right when it dropped and released it onto the Discord, and we had people buying in, that made buku amount of money. And then also, shout out to everybody else, because this wasn't even me. I can't even take any anything from this. Is Crab with Knife was dropped in a Discord when it was back at around, I think, the lower 10 zeros. Somewhere back here, Crab with Knife was dropped. So if you were part of the Discord, you would have been involved in all these projects well before you probably were involved in them, most likely, right? So that's why I always say, I always say, join the Discord if you want. It's not like it's bringing me any money or anything like that. It's just a free outlet that we have for our channel. That we have, I think we have almost 200 people in there active across the whole world. So while I'm sleeping, everybody's up talking about crypto. That's maybe over in the UK. We have people in Europe, Australia. I mean, you name it, bro. They're everywhere. So, Rug, it's all right. One thing I always say about, plays like this is don't go chasing them, right? There's always going to be more opportunity down the road. So, don't worry. Do not worry, guys. You know what I just realized? Our liquidity. You see our liquidity is at about 30,000. Theirs is at 90. We're literally 30% of their liquidity. Like, we're not far from getting up there. You know what I'm saying? As far as like some of these big projects, we're not far at all. Telling you guys, watch. Our liquidity is going to shoot up to like 50K, and I'm shutting down OTC sales. 100%. It's going to be strictly buying off of Jupiter and Radium. So which is still would be a good, it'll still be a legit buy, you know what I'm saying? It's if you catch some of these good deals. But for right now, it's like basically being able to buy crab, at a fraction of the price, knowing that this thing is going to run up, or call the same thing, buying it at a fraction of the price. So if you need to get a hold of me, obviously for any of those plays, all you have to do is have to have a Solana wallet and hit me up in the Discord, and we'll take care of it. Hit me up or any of the devs as far as that. So one thing I want to bring back up for you guys. So tomorrow, we have a big day tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be inflation numbers. I feel like we just went through this. Doesn't it feel like it was like 3 weeks ago we had inflation numbers? It's every 6 weeks. I feel like it was literally just like 3, maybe 4 weeks ago. It does not feel like it's been almost 2 months, but I guess they're saying it's coming. It's tomorrow. So tomorrow we are going to be looking out. I'm not going to do a live stream during the inflation numbers. Actually, what time is it going to be out? Let me see something here. Because remember we did... let me see here. Prodigy, I see your comment now, bro. I see it on the Discord. Now I see what you're saying. We'll talk about that when I get off stream. Let me see what time tomorrow the inflation numbers come out. So it's 12:30 Universal Time. So actually, why am I doing it on my phone? I can do it right here in front of you guys. I'm sitting here like looking it up on my phone. So 12:30 USTC. So it's gonna be tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. You guys want to do a morning stream for inflation numbers? Let me know. Put a W in the chat if you guys want to do tomorrow morning. It's gonna be at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you get to get up pretty early. I already will be up for hours, but tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we can do a stream. Don, so he said, how much do people need to buy through you? I mean, really, honestly, bro, there's not like a minimum right now. Like I said, I mean, so if you just hit me up, we'll take care of it. Even if you want to just start with small increments, I have, like I said, we put in about 8,000 in the last like week. It's probably been more, but that's just been people throwing. So I mean, like $100, people have been buying in 500. I had people buying in a few thousand, at a time. So it's whatever you're comfortable with doing. So Gina's the lone survivor that puts the W in the chat. All right, guys. So what, you guys don't want to wake up early and find out inflation numbers and maybe jump on? I'll do some live leverage trading tomorrow in the morning with the inflation numbers. Give me a W here. Give me a W. Just throw me a W here, guys. Well, yeah, so we'll go ahead and do that. Tomorrow it's going to be at 8:30 in the morning. So depending on where you're at, make sure you set your clocks, your alarms. Obviously, if you're already subscribed to the channel, you'll get that instant alert whenever I do drop the video or the live tomorrow. But we'll go ahead. It won't be a long live because I know everybody's got work. If you work a 9 to 5 or whatever the case is. So what we'll do is we'll go live. Let's say we'll go live at around 8 o'clock a.m. tomorrow. And we'll stay on for like an hour tomorrow. And we'll cover the markets, the reaction to the markets. And you guys can see if I'm going to lose my ass on leverage trading tomorrow. Or if I just so happen to become a millionaire tomorrow, right? Red Rum said, I feel like puking looking at Milady in my portfolio right now. Red Rum, bro. I understand what you're talking about, man. Like I said, bro, just maybe it's best if you just don't look at your portfolio for right now. Maybe just don't pull it open. I know it's hard, but maybe you just don't look at it for right now, and let it be. If you're long term and you don't need that money for right now, don't let it bother you, bro. Don't let the emotions kick in. Because what's going to happen is you're going to end up selling off, right? And then out of nowhere, the price is going to start freaking flying again, and then you're really going to be upset. So you're using money that you don't need anytime soon, I know it's rough to look and see your portfolio red. We've all been through, bro. Bro, I've looked at my portfolio and been down 10 plus K, on projects, and I'm like, bro, I can't. It would put me in a bad mood, right? Like, it'd put me in a bad mood to where I was like, eventually was like, I'm not during the bear market, bro. You want to talk about looking at your portfolio, bro? Every day it would be down and down and down, and it would just get worse and worse and worse, right? You eventually get to a point where you're just like, it doesn't bother you anymore, and then you start doing something about it, right? And what can you do? Buy the dips. That was what I did. And you know what? I'm just talking about this bear run. I'm not even talking about the previous one. I'm talking about this bear run. I'm just buying the dips, right? And then when we make it out, it felt so good. I'm cashing out on some of these projects. Yes, I did sell a lot of them early. ICP was buying in at around $2.90, and I sold at like $9, almost $10. It went up to 16. Fetch was buying in at around 15 to 20 cents. In between there is when I started buying. Sold at around 60 cents, and it went up to like 3 something too early, right? But I didn't kick myself because I was just buying and buying and buying, right? But there was times where my portfolio was down like crazy, and it was just like, I was like, I can't, if I'm not buying today, I was like, I'm not even going to pull my portfolio up. I still looked at the charts, right? I still looked at the charts all day and took advantage of it, but I didn't I didn't want to see how much I was down, right? So it is what it is, bro. Like I said, it's nothing you can do about it right now, right? There's not, as long as it's long term, just don't let your emotions take over. Don't let your emotions take over, bro. All right? We've all been through it. There'll be light at the tunnel, I promise. And Gina said, the early bird gets the worm. There we go. There we go. So that's what we'll do tomorrow. Make sure you guys set your clocks. Even if you jump on the stream and you're still in your pajamas, right? It's all right. We're going to have an early stream tomorrow. I'll be going live around 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll be mapping out the inflation numbers that are going to drop tomorrow. And we'll literally look at it live, see how it plays out. And I'm going to open up some leverage trading. I will, since we're going to come on a little bit before the markets open up, I will, I'm going to do leverage trading live and show you guys what I use. This is what I do for my members, right? We're going to do it live tomorrow on the normal stream. I'm going to show you guys what I use for leverage trading as far as my platform, what I use as far as my indicators and stuff like that, and we'll see how it plays out, right? Things happen. You can't be perfect every time, but if I trust in my plays, a lot of times it'll play out really well. And you know what? Shout out to Randy, because my boy's been killing it. And Randy, I want to give you a formal, I'm so sorry, brother. It was nothing but love, dude. I'm glad that we got that squared off and we found out exactly what really happened. Bro, nothing but love, bro. And I you know what? I just had something in the back of my mind. I was like, it can't be true. It's my boy Randy. So I thank you so much, brother. And I'm sorry again, honestly, from the bottom of my heart. I really am sorry, man. But my boy Randy has been killing it on the leverage trading. I mean, absolutely. He sent me a picture earlier on the Discord. He was up. What was that? Like 600%, I think Randy was up. Absolutely killing it. I'm like, like the teacher, like the student becomes the teacher. I'm like looking at Randy like, bro, I'm going to have to like sit through your course and you're going to show me what you're doing here, bro. Because my boy is like, he's like picking the plays exactly like to the T as far as long and short in the markets. Like, I mean, just doing it perfect. So Jay said, got to collect all my dry powder. I stash away somewhere for the OTC. There you go, bro. Let me know. Just make sure you join that Discord and let me know. Like I said, off your initial investment, you're already going to be up 15% off of that. So, and right now it's like crazy prices because, what I'm saying, we're at 8 zeros right now. So you're going to be getting, whatever you buy in, you're getting a massive amount on top of that 15%. So as we continue to move, it'll be a good investment in my opinion. Oliver said, bro, can you repeat about the dev of call and crab? So what we gathered, and this is from the Discord, is that what was it? So the guy, I forgot his name. I'm sure somebody can correct me. The guy that created crab was I don't remember, was it like Simon, I think, or something like that? He was in the Discord on call. He's like part of the call dev team. If not part of it, he was like someone real close to them, right? So when he came out with his project, that's why he paired it with call. So they are affiliated as far as the projects, obviously. And even I was scratching my head the other day. I'm like, why did when the dev created Crab, I'm like, why did he pair it with call and not like 99% of other projects? You always pair it with the native coin, which is Crow. I'm like, why did he do that? Well, we find out that he's affiliated with call, so that's why, he did that. So definitely, both two solid projects right there for sure. So yes, sir. So again, tomorrow, guys, we will be opening up stream at 8 a.m. tomorrow Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you guys get some good sleep. We might have some good plays. You guys can see what I have going as far as leverage trading, and we'll see how it plays out, right? Like I said, this is normally the sauce that I usually provide to my members only streams, but we're gonna do it for the whole stream tomorrow. So maybe I'll do well. You like it, and you can you'll join members, and you can start getting that knowledge on being a better trader. So, but other than that, guys, I'm gonna leave it be. I hope you guys had a wonderful stream. I know I did. I thank you guys so much. Trust me. Listen, guys. Before you leave, I know the markets are rough right now. Trust me, I know, but we're gonna make it through. We're gonna be perfectly fine. Mark my words. Right when the markets start running back up, we're gonna have 200 people back in here on the streams going crazy. It is what it is. I'm going to remember you guys, though, because you guys didn't flake, didn't go anywhere, even during when we have these little downward moves in the markets, right? So other than that, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Make sure you guys hit me up on the Discord about the OTCs. We'll take care of that. I'll be in Discord all night tonight. So thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, all right? See ya.